Hello, everybody. Welcome to this brand new YouTube channel. And today we'll be discussing a very important, very sought after topic that people keep asking me on my Instagram. Key, how to approach an exam like NEET PG, which you need to give in a short span of 3 months time, right? Because this is kind of a this these 2 years have been such a roller coaster ride. First of all, the NEET PG 2021, it got delayed for such a long time. It kept on dragging and dragging and dragging. And now there is 2022 within a span of 5 months from NEET PG 2021, right? So, it's very surprising and it's very, chaotic this year. So that's all I can tell. So, let's not waste time about this because there are certain things that we cannot control, right? कि एग्जाम कब होगा या क्या रिजर्वेशन का क्या सीन चल रहा है कि कितनी सीट्स हैं this is not something that you can control, right? So let's just keep our heads focused on where the things that we can control, right? And the things that we can do to improve our score and to get where we want to get. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I've divided the students into three groups basically. So one group is the group of people that have completed the first reading of all the 19 subjects completely. मतलब एक रीडिंग सबकी हो चुकी है, right? The second group of people are the people who have some subjects remaining, like one or two subjects, short subjects or long subjects, and the fourth group of people who have maybe just started or have three, four, five, six subjects remaining, right? So this is the broad classification of people that we have, right? So as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what you have to understand now is that in such a short period of time, in such a short video, I cannot address to each and every category of people that there is, because the people who have some subjects remaining, they'll have a different approach to take. The people who have completed one reading will have a different approach to take, right? So this particular video is going to be catering to these two group of people. Okay, these two group of people. All right. So the ones that have completed the first reading, plus or minus आपका revision हो चुका है नहीं हो चुका है, let's just keep that aside. It does not really matter for the strategy that I'm about to discuss with you, right? तो let's just see कि इसके अंदर कौन से लोग आ रहे हैं. तो first category of people are the droppers from the NEET 2021 batch. So you guys, I'm telling you, this is a boon for you because you have just given the exam, right, in September, and it's not even been 1 month, and the things are still fresh in our brains. Okay, even if you tell me कि मुझे अगर देना होगा NEET PG 2022, so I'll be at a comfortable position कि I can revise in the last 3 months whatever I've read, collect it up, and I can give the exam again, right? So for you guys, I would like to say that if you have a working plan, if you have a working revision strategy that work for you in the sense if you've got somewhere around let's say 8K, 12K, 15K rank, and कि यार मेरी revision की strategy सही थी, my source was good. The source is the most important thing, by the way. Okay, that my source was good, my strategy was good, and maybe I lacked in my hard work or slogging part. Then you can continue with whatever strategy that you had. If you're looking for a strategy, then welcome to this video. So that is one group of people, and the second group of people are the 2016 batch students, right? So for you, this is the first exam that you're going to give, NEET PG that you're going to give. So I'm expecting that you guys have completed at least one complete syllabus reading, right? And if not, you're going to fall under the group 3, group 4 people, which we will not be able to discuss in the scope of this video because I want to keep this short. I mean, I cannot make a half an hour, 1 hour video, right? So these are the category of people that we're going to discuss now, right? So in order to understand the strategy, so basically I'm not going to say some routine कि तुम ऐसा करो, step 1, step 2, step 3 तुम्हारा selection हो जाएगा. No, that is not what I'm going to discuss. I'm going to discuss the components that you can use to make your own strategy, and that I feel is more important. I've seen a lot of toppers. I mean, I've scored a rank of 4132, so I'm nowhere in the elite league of let's say 500, top 500, top 200. I'm not in that league of people. And I've seen those interviews as well, whatever those people also say, it's well and good, but that has not benefited me. And I feel that they miss out on some very, very important things that I'm going to address today, right? So I don't really care कि तुम कितने बजे उठते हो, कितने बजे सोते हो, तुमने कहाँ से पढ़ाई करी, if you use Marrow or Prep Ladder or DAMS, that doesn't really matter at this time, right? So we're going to focus on what matters and how you can use this particular information to make a revision plan for yourself, right? So I'll tell you what exactly is needed to clear an exam like NEET PG. So if you just analyze the exam, so if you see the first point that I mentioned here is to understand the exam, right? What I mean by understanding the exam, right? Understanding the exam, I mean you need to understand कि नीट पीजी में हो क्या रहा है, right? तो हो क्या रहा है in the sense, like let's just take my example for that matter. So I've scored 584 marks, which is 156 correct answers out of 200. This, I tell you, is a huge number. Okay, it's not something that everybody can get, and it's not something that is not easy to get. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying that the cutoff is very high now, especially for an unreserved candidate, right? So it's a very very high cutoff that you need to hit, a very very high number of corrects that you need to hit, right? Can you imagine, at 156 correct out of 200, the rank that I've got is 4,000, right? Initially I thought ki, I've talked to Deepthi ma'am also about this from DAMS. She said ki 133 is the minimum score that you need to be targeting. उसके ऊपर अगर आएगा तो you can get some clinical seat. That's what she said. But if you just look at the exam today, right? If you see the sky high cutoffs, so you need to understand कि तुम्हारा number of corrects, your strike rate has to be very very high, and for that to happen, you need to have a focused plan. You need to have a focused source that you need to read. That has a very very high strike rate. Okay, because the human brain, it has limited amount of memory that is fresh in the mind, that can be retrieved basically. Okay, so you cannot remember all the 19 subjects, your main notes and everything. That is completely impossible. So you need a source which is small as possible and as high yielding as possible, right? So this is what. So let's talk about the revision source now. Okay, so first thing that we talked about is understanding the exam. I've explained to you what the exam demands now. And the second thing that we have to talk about is to know the important topics. So why is this important is कि if you don't know the important topics, how will you know what to revise, right? You need to form a revision source. We'll discuss that in the third point. So how will you know what to give, what to write in that particular revision source? You need to know the important topics. And how will you know the important topics? That is going to be through your previous year question papers and your grant tests. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm preparing for the exam and I give a grant test today. Okay, I've like done my first reading and maybe one revision or no revisions for that matter, and I'm giving a grant test. अब ग्रांट टेस्ट देने से मुझे पता चलता है कि पहला वेयर एम आई लैकिंग, मेरी नॉलेज कहाँ पे कम है, what are the topics that are important and that are not studied, right? So that tells me that this topic is important. For example, when I studied anatomy के नोट्स मेरे पास अभी हैं, जस्ट टू गिव यू एन एग्जांपल ऑफ माय रिवीजन सोर्स, राइट? तो आई यूज्ड टू इग्नोर दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ फेरेंशियल आर्चेस, राइट? आई डोंट नो दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट. तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ, जब मैंने ग्रांट टेस्ट दिए तो एवरी सेकंड ग्रांट टेस्ट हैड अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम फेरेंशियल आर्चेस, फेरेंशियल पाउचेस. तब मुझे पता चला कि दिस टॉपिक इज इंपॉर्टेंट. इट इज अ स्मॉल टॉपिक बट इट इज ऑलमोस्ट ऑलवेज आस्क्ड इन द पेपर, right? Then there were questions about the parasympathetic ganglia. In some way or the other, they keep asking the parasympathetic ganglia. Or, for example, metabolic disorders from biochemistry, right? Nerve injuries, the radial nerve, the medial nerve, the musculocutaneous nerve. Completely, very, very highly repeated topics, right? Something that you cannot absolutely ignore, right? So that is how you know कि ये topic important है, ये topic मेरे से miss हो रहा है. So that is the main first role of grant tests, that you realize कि भाई क्या important है, क्या important नहीं है, right? And what is important has to be incorporated in your revision source. बात समझ में आ रही है? So that is how you are going to understand the important topics from your previous year questions and your grant tests. Now the third and the most important topic, this is actually the reason that I wanted to make this particular video, is your revision source. The main scope of your revision source, you have to understand, is that your revision source has to be small in the sense that it has to be something that you can revise in the last 20 days of your exam. So if you just look at this, you see this, in the last 20 days you need one final reading of all the 19 subjects, right? And otherwise, if you don't do it, what will happen? You're going to make silly mistakes. Okay, you are going to make a lot of silly mistakes in the topics that you already knew. You're going to make silly mistakes in the topics that you already knew throughout your preparation phase, right? And that is not something that we want, है ना? तो हर सब्जेक्ट आपका लास्ट 15 दिन में एक बार टच हो जाना चाहिए बस. दैट विल गिव यू अ कॉन्फिडेंस. दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? एंड आई फील आई नीड टू मेक अ सेपरेट वीडियो ऑन दिस, अदरवाइज इट विल गो वेरी लॉन्ग. कि आपको जो लास्ट का फेज होता है ना 10-15 दिन, दैट इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट, मोस्ट एंजाइटी बिल्डिंग phase that you need to manage, and that is very important to manage correctly. Because I have seen my colleagues, my own batchmates, my own seniors who got a rank of 2000, 1000 in July INICT. I got a rank of 8000 in the July INICT. and in spite of getting a great rank of 1000, 2000, they scored poorly, matlab not poorly, slightly lower than my score in the NEET PG exam, 8000, 9000, 10,000 round. So why did that happen? That happened because of not being able to manage that last minute anxiety of the last 30 days, 20 days. It's a very anxiety provoking period. If you have given the exam, you might agree with me कि रात को नींद नहीं आती. I slept at 3 a.m. in the night and I got up at 6 a.m. and I gave the paper. I gave NEET PG with 3 hours of sleep. So that is the kind of an anxiety that the phase builds. So that is also very important to manage, right? So what I want to tell you is your revision source has to be very crisp, but has to be very concise, right? That you can revise in 20 days of your final 20 days of your exam. So what can be the source of this revision source that I want to create? So I've listed down some good sources that I feel are excellent sources to create your own revision source. Okay, so I'll just you can see them on your screen as well. So first is the DAMS must know topics. Then is the DAMS DVT, the TND of DAMS or any other platform. I've used DAMS personally, so I know more about that, right? So Marrow is something that I don't have a lot of idea about. PrepLadder Rapid Revision, again an excellent source. And this is something that a lot of people might not be knowing, and this is something that I would like to highlight. See, this particular teacher, Dr. Zainab Bora, she is an inspiration to me. She is an absolute inspiration to me because she's a radiologist by profession, but she teaches all the 19 subjects, and that is the kind of a doctor I want to be, to have working knowledge of all the subjects, right? So she started something called as Midnight Express Revision series on Academy. I think there are some 53 videos. So I strongly suggest you to watch one video every day, okay, and revise the PDF of that video in the morning, right? रात को देखा वीडियो, सुबह PDF रिवाइज करी. Every day you do that. It is very very high yielding. ठीक है. Apart from that, Ranjit sir on Unacademy, he again takes sessions, I think in the night of some an MCQ session type of thing, 20-30 questions. So that keeps a subject like pathology in your brain for the entire preparation duration. तो जैसे कि what I'm trying to say is every day for 1 hour if you're solving path, right? So that makes sure कि path तुम्हारे दिमाग में it is still there, it is not going out. For example, now I'm studying pharmacology, then I'm studying microbiology, then I'm studying anatomy. By the time I come to anatomy, my pharma will be gone, right? So that is not something that we want to happen, especially with a subject like path and micro. So path, micro, and pharma, these are three subjects that are very very volatile, right? So you need to be in touch with them. So Unacademy is a great platform. एक घंटे के I think a lot of teachers are doing things of their own. What I followed was Ranjit sir, Zainab ma'am, and Preeti ma'am for path and micro, right? So that is what I followed, and that is what is very very important as well. Okay, and all right. So now let me elaborate to you this one important thing that I wanted to talk about: my own revision source. Now you see, I practically am a very lazy person. एंड आई फाउंड दिस आउट व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड टू रिवाइज बेसिकली. तो ये सारे के सारे जो सोर्सेज हैं, डीवीटी हो गया, मस्नो टॉपिक्स हो गया, टीएनडी हो गया, एवरीथिंग आई हैड, बट स्टिल आई वाज नॉट एबल टू गिव अ क्वालिटी आउटपुट ऑफ रिविजन. आई वाज नॉट एबल टू रिवाइज सब्जेक्ट्स इन द गिवन स्पेक्युलेटेड अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम. तो वाई वाज दैट? बिकॉज मैं जैसे नोट्स पढ़ रहा हूँ, सपोजिंग आई हैव टू डू एनाटॉमी, ठीक है, तो आई गो टू मस्नो टॉपिक्स, आई रीड फ्रॉम देयर, ठीक है, एंड देन आई गो टू डीवीटी, आई रीड फ्रॉम देयर. तो मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा करके मुझे बार बार बुक्स चेंज करनी पड़ रही है, एंड दैट इज नॉट समथिंग दैट आई वाज कंफर्टेबल विद, है ना. तो बार बार अलग अलग सोर्सेज को रेफर करना, दिस आई फील वेरी लेजी टू डू दिस, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट थिंग्स आर नॉट गेटिंग कंप्लीटेड ऑन टाइम. तो मैंने क्या किया, आई कंपाइल्ड एवरीथिंग, ऑल ऑफ दीज सोर्सेज आर लिस्टेड हियर एंड सम मोर into a very short small group of copies, 3 notebooks. So basically, and these 3 notebooks are the only things that I've studied in the last 6 months. I'm not lying. Okay, and I'm very happy. I don't know how this happened, but these 3 notebooks that I've prepared, 80 to 95% of the questions in NEET came from these 3 notebooks only. That is how high yielding the resource was, and that is the kind of a resource I want you to build, right? So I'll give you an example of how I did this. So I have my anatomy notes with me here, right? So this is my anatomy notes from my 3 golden notebooks. So if you can see here, I'll talk about anatomy. See, anatomy is not like how it used to be 3 years ago. As far as NEET PG is concerned, like 3 years ago, they used to ask questions on some particular artery, some particular layers of the palm, some particular muscle. That is not happening now. Now anatomy has become completely clinical, right? So what is important with respect to anatomy is the integrated subjects that it can be associated with. right? So maybe like orthopedics, maybe like surgery. So that is how you need to approach anatomy now. You need to know कि भाई अच्छा कि anatomy मतलब it can be linked with orthopedics, it can be linked with surgery, and then there are high core anatomy questions that are from important topics like pharyngeal pouches, pharyngeal arches, the ganglia, the functional components of the cranial nerves, and all these things. So you have to know ki what is important and what is not important. So I've completed the entire anatomy 27 pages, and I'm telling you that I have not read anatomy apart from this 27 pages in the last 6 months of my exam, right? And what were the questions that came in the exam, by the way? There was a question on the submandibular or ganglion and the lingual nerve under it, right? Then there was a question on musculocutaneous nerve. There was a question on medial nerve, right? And if I'm not wrong, there was a question on Tedelenburg gate or something from the lower limb. I cannot remember at this point. So what I'm trying to tell you is there was not one question that came out of this revision source that I made, except for that tongue question, right? So just look at this resource. So I'll give you an example. You see, चलो anatomy का मतलब I'll tell you the important topics for anatomy. Head and neck, very important, right? The cut sections of the face at this level, the muscles of mastication, the pharyngeal arches, the pharyngeal pouches, and the cervical fascia wala section, and the scalenus anterior, scalenus medius, the phrenic nerve. That entire section is important, right? Apart from that, the circle of Willis, because it is important with respect to stroke and everything, right? Then you have the brainstem syndromes with respect to head and neck. So that is the head and neck part. उसके अलावा there is upper limb, there is lower limb, and pelvis body. Abdomen and thorax are not very important, and they're not very hardcore topics that are asked in UPG, right? Thorax के अंदर what you have to know is the heart की anatomy थोड़ी सी, the vascular supply of the heart. That is it. ठीक है? तो that is about the thorax, and of course the azygous vein. उसके अलावा thorax और abdomen में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. I have not gone into that in the last 6 months because I knew कि I have to stay focused. I need to revise 19 subjects. I cannot spend so much time on anatomy. So if you just look at my notes, see, I'll tell you the source for this. The source for this surprisingly was not Must Know Topics. It was not any of the sources that I've given below. Because what happened was कि I understood कि there are some important topics that I need to cover, and they were not there in the Must Know Topics or even in the DAMS DVD for that matter. So I looked for a source which is going to have a very crisp information about this. So upper limb and lower limb. What I did about upper limb was that there is a video on YouTube in the DBMCI channel. It is an integrated video with the orthopedics faculty and anatomy faculty. They've discussed the upper limb, the brachial plexus, all the tests that are required. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the brachial plexus, है ना? The brachial plexus, the roots. Okay, we have Erb's palsy. Okay, we have the branches of the brachial plexus that we need to know clinically, right? कि कौन से point पे traction से कैसे होगा. For example, if there is a traction in the roots, right? So then Erb's palsy will occur because of this downward stretching of the hand in the neck. So you have to understand all these things. कि clinical vignette is what is going to come in the question paper, right? So upper limb, this is what it is. You don't have to go read the layers of the palms and the layer of the soles. No, you have to understand and you have to remember things like कि humerus के fracture में radial nerve जाती है, ठीक है? And क्या बोलते हैं, in your Monteggia fracture there is a wrist drop and all these things. So that is what you have to know, right? So that one particular video was all I did for upper limb. 1 घंटे 15 मिनट का वीडियो. I'll add the link in the description as well. So do you understand what I'm saying? कि you have to have a very concise, crisp revision source. ठीक है? So that was about upper limb. Lower limb के लिए मैंने क्या किया? I took my notes. I took my main notes. I've done anatomy from prep ladder. That's the only subject that I learned from prep ladder completely. Everything else I've done it from DAMS. So I took the notes of anatomy of the lower limb, and I compiled it in 4 or 5 pages because I knew the way that I have to study. ठीक है? तो अपर लिम्ब और लोअर लिम्ब पढ़ने का तरीका क्या है? You have to understand the lumbar and the sacral plexus, the nerves that are rising from them, the root value, and the territory that they supply, the muscles that they supply, right? That is the approach that has to be followed for upper limb or the lower limb, right? So you have to start with the plexus, the nerve plexus, and then you have to go towards the muscles, learn the clinical stuff, and then you're done, right? So if you can just see this, radial nerve and all this territory of nerve supply. So that is how you need to do subjects basically. Another example that I can give you is, let's say, biochemistry. The biochemistry क्या important है? The cycles and the metabolic disorders. तो cycle जैसा नहीं कि तुम पूरा पढ़ रहे हो, ये स्टेप के बाद ये स्टेप. नो नो, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि साइकिल कब होती है, साइकिल के अंदर नेट एक्सपेंडिचर कितना है, साइकिल कहाँ होती है, ठीक है, और साइकिल का रेट डिटरमाइनिंग स्टेप क्या है. So these are the things that you have to understand. You don't have to like read everything at this point. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you want me to cover how I made these three copies per se for all the 19 subjects, I'll make a separate video on that if you want me to cover that. But ultimately that's what I'm trying to tell you. You need to make a revision source from any of these resources. These are some resources that I suggest because I've used them, right? So you need to make a revision resource and you need to keep revising that in the last 2 months. In the last 2 months, you have to go, you know, keep reading that particular source that you have made, right? It can be multiple sources. It can be compiled into one particular place like I have done it, or any other way that you want to follow. Ultimately, what I need you to do is in the upcoming 1 month, I want you to read whatever subjects that are left and whatever weak points that you have, and then in the last 2 months I need you to go revise your revision source again and again and again, right? Apart from that, you need to keep giving grand tests. Now one more important thing is the previous year question papers. Let me just quickly summarize this. Previous year question papers, there's nothing more high ending than that. I think you already must be knowing this. So what I did was I attempted the previous year question paper entirely. On prep ladder I think it is free. All the year papers are there. So I attempted the year paper, and whatever mistakes that I made now, I took an A4 sheet and I used to write those mistakes on that A4 sheet, the explanation for those particular points. And by the end of the preparation phase, I was left with 52 sheets, right? That contained previous year questions from NEET and INICT, the last 2 or 3 year papers. And whenever I used to give a grand test, 2 or 3 hours before giving the grand test, I used to go through all those 52 sheets again. Because what I feel is the mistakes that you make once are the mistakes that you repeat again, right? Because for some reason your brain is not able to remember that information, so you revise that again and again and again. And by the time NEET PG came, I was so well versed in those year question papers, the mistakes that I had already made, कि वो गलतियां मेरे से दोबारा नहीं हुई in the NEET exam, right? So that is what I wanted to address. I think you addressed all the topics that we had to discuss, right? कि revision source क्या होना चाहिए and everything else. uh, yeah, so that is it. Right, I hope you like this video, and if there is anything that you want me to talk about further, or any kind of a suggestion that you want to take with respect to your NEET PG preparation, you can just let me know in the comment box, or of course you can follow me on Instagram. I'll just share the link with you. So this is my YouTube channel. If you go on it, you will see this Instagram icon. You can just click on it. So I started basically, I started my Instagram channel as a studygram basically. So in the start of my internship, I started this channel, and as you can see, uh, I used to live stream here actually. There are some live streams of my previous recorded sessions as well, that I've recorded in the past. So these are all the live streams that I have of my notebooks, and as you can see, a lot of people have seen them and they've liked it also, right? And then there are some videos about preparation, all those things as well, if you want to check them out, right? So this is about it. This is it from my side. So I hope you guys are doing well and study well, and you guys give an excellent exam on March 12th. If the exam is to happen on that day, right? So thank you so much. Goodbye and take care.